Hi guys, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much. In the video description, in the pull-down menu, please check that out and read it. There's a lot of important information in there and how you can best support the channel, what I'm here to do, how you should use my readings, that sort of thing. I would greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the reading, please hit the thumbs up button and choose to hit subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I do lives. I will be doing more and more lives and stuff like that. So you get notified and you don't miss out on that if you want to be a part of that. I'm here every morning with the daily forecast to talk to you guys about it. I do tape it a day early so that it goes out to the Patreon subscribers a day before so that they can get a heads up on the energy ahead of time. So this is for the end of the month, March 31st, Wednesday, midweek energy. We're looking to see what's going on in the cards for all of us. This is a collective reading for all signs. It is broad spectrum, therefore it's intended for you when you see it. Even though it is originally created for March 31st, if you're seeing it on a date that's not March 31st, continue to watch the video. It may still make sense. If it does make sense, use it. Run with it. Take it. Beat the shit out of your day with it. You know what I mean? Like have your way with it. Ravage it. If it doesn't make sense, that's okay. It just may not be in sync with you. It may not be your reading. It doesn't mean anything's going on. All right. So let's see what's going on at the end of March. What do the cards want us to know? We're going to say goodbye to these two beautiful decks. They will be back because they've been fan favorites, I think. They've easily won a place in our heart. These Tarot and Oracle of Mystical Moments. Both of them have unboxing videos, and I've really enjoyed using these decks. We will be having new decks for tomorrow, April 1st. So, something to look forward to there. We shift the energy every month. So, let's see what's going on. Six of Wands. I'll take it. Beautiful celebration. I love the hummingbird, which would be a symbol of joy, excitement, lightness, a lightness of energy. That Wands energy would be fire energy, which would coincide nicely with Aries season, right? We've got that swift action. The Six of Wands is always celebratory. It's usually a pic in traditional tarot. It's a man on a horse being like paraded through the streets, being exalted, honored, validated, that sort of a vibe. When I look at this, I love that we have this woman riding this beautiful hummingbird, like we can ride our joy through the day, but we also are feeding our own joy as we do the work or the ride or move forward through the day. We get to continuously feed sort of the joy of our journey, of our experience. We get to focus that, our energy, our attention, our focus on that joy and the continuation and the like sort of production of that. Does that make sense? We have been seeing words like happiness, enjoy, passion. So it makes sense that we're seeing this card for the midweek. In the midweek, remember we had that Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is that nice earthy energy, that intelligence, that stability to sort of bring about this celebration that we see here in the Six of Wands, right? We want to celebrate sort of who we are, what we know, how we can teach, how we can be a role model for others. That would be Hierophant energy, but combining that with this Six of Wands should give us that feeling of being acknowledged, honored. If we don't do it for ourselves, who will? But if we do it for ourselves and we experience that joy and that sort of wonderful feeling, others will see it too. They'll appreciate us also, right? So today would be a day to step into the light, step into our power, step into our knowledge, right? And experience those things. Live from that place of authenticity for ourselves and for others. Others will benefit from us experiencing our joy, pursuing our happiness. That's that stone, the happiness stone. For the grounding stone is the theme throughout the week this week. So this Six of Wands would be about flying towards that happiness with total abandon, you know, with a light heart, with a joyous outlook, you know, that kind of a thing. So it's a beautiful day for that. Let's see what the Oracle card has to say. This is actually the first time we're not seeing something that's earth energy thus far. And we have day and night. Interesting. This is the first card of the deck. I'm not familiar with her. I'm glad she showed up before we got out of this deck. I love how we have both the moon and the sun in balance. And we have her, she almost looks like she's waking from a dream. She holds the sun in her hand, yet the moon is behind her, right? So she's listening to her intuition, but she's also seeing clearly, or she gets the choice of when and where to see clearly. The number one would be that sort of emphasis on the self. The day and night would be a very nice balance there. I feel like there's a nice balance there, and we see that also in the Six of Wands, where this woman is feeding her, like, sort of self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Where she's feeding her joy, she's feeding her journey, she's in control of it. Day and night, to me, feels that we have aspects of both our conscious and subconscious minds working together for ourselves as we move forward. Let's read day and night. I feel like there's a piece of her, like P-E-A-C-E, like not, she feels at peace, this woman in the day and night card. She feels like she's looking, you know, she's looking straight at us, but she feels centered, calm. She holds the sun in her hands, right? The sun is always a positive, energizing force that lights our way, but she's also still very much in contact with who she is at the inner depths with that moon behind her. So let's see what she says. Uncertainty, fear, worries, decisions to be made, follow your instincts. See, I don't see that with her. I could see a little bit of worry in her face, but I feel like she feels very calm to me. The girl we see on this card is holding the sun in her hands while the moon is at her back. She looks uncertain, as if she has a question in mind but does not know the answer. What is she thinking about? Is she afraid of the answer or the inward process to find it? Many of us struggle with making decisions, but where there is shadow, there is also light. After a dark night, there is always the light of the morning sun, warming the path we have chosen. This card reminds us that we already hold all the answers in our hands. We should trust our inner judgment and know we will be able to handle any situation. So I do think that that's a positive ultimately. We need to trust ourselves and our journey today. This hummingbird is going to guide us in the right way with that light heart and that open spirit. Let's see what the grounding stone has to say. And it is on carnelian, which would be the root chakra, the first chakra, where our survival, where we connect to the planet. It's knowledge. It's interesting that in this day of night, she's seeking that knowledge, and it's saying that she has that knowledge within her, the light and the guidance to find it. This knowledge should bring about sort of a belief in oneself. We should ground in the knowledge of who we are and celebrate that today. That would be the Six of Wands energy. And also sort of celebrate all aspects of the self, the equality of the day and night card, right? Our lightness and our darkness. Everything about us and who we are in this moment should ideally be celebrated. And you know, not everything about us is going to make us happy, but we should try and find some sort of happiness, enjoyment, self-respect or self-esteem around those things today to power our journey through the day. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. This feels really lovely. I also think that the knowledge stone does tie into that Hierophant energy that's laying underneath all of this. There's a pretty heady, you know, intelligence to the Hierophant and societal standing that he comes along with. And so that knowledge stone would also corroborate with that Virgo, or actually, I'm sorry, it's Taurus, Hierophant energy, right? That very earthy, and also this carnelian being the root chakra would also connect us to that earthy vibe, right? So keeping our heart open and high, our mind open and wide, and connected to the planet and being grateful for everything that we have and what we know. I think these are all gifts that we can work with today to have a really beautiful, lighthearted day. That is your forecast for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and we'll see you then. All right, take care. Bye-bye.